happy Makagigi Kitchen Day!
And happy St. Patrick's Day! Look at the Irish!
Yes!
Top of the morning to ya!
Yes,
Or the
yes!
afternoon, whatever it is. I married an Irishman.
Well, I came from some Irish people.
Yeah. You're Irish. I'm Polish. You're actually Irish, aren't you?
Right, yeah, my mother's grandparents. They went to England and then they came here. So they went from Ireland to England and
That's so
England
cool.
to the United States.
So we love St. Patrick's Day. I always have a little St. Patrick's Day party, and Brian is very, very proud of his Irish heritage. And
With the Morans.
yep, his name is Brian Patrick Moran.
It's a little Irish.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. So today we're cooking up some Irish fare and getting it out there to you so that you can have your own little soiree. And what we're going to start with is dessert. And even though I'm usually not like a really big dessert gal, but I love bread pudding. But I do. I love bread pudding because it's savory and sweet, and it's very comforting.
I can't wait to try Judy's version too.
Can't wait.
I mean, I've made it a couple of different ways, but I have not made it in a long time. So I'm very anxious to try hers because I love that pudding texture.
So I like to start out with a loaf of brioche. I've cubed it up.
I put it on a cookie sheet that I've rubbed a little butter on to the bottom. I put some tin foil on, coated it with fresh, yummy butter, and then I put my brioche cubes on top. And then I melted almost a half a cup of butter, okay? And I'm just gonna drizzle it on there.
Drizzled butter.
No,
Yeah.
brioche bread that then
And
goes
so you
into
could
a
just-
yummy custard.
You could just eat that all on its own, couldn't you?
Oh my gosh, yes.
So I'm just gonna drizzle that on there just to give it a nice, I like a nice buttery flavor in my bread pudding.
I love salty sweet. I
I
really
love
do.
salty
I love salty
sweet.
sweet.
I have preheated the oven to 350, so I'm just gonna pop these in here and toast them up.
So how long do you usually leave those in the oven?
About
Jude?
5 minutes.
Okay,
Okay,
hey,
5
that'll be done
minutes,
Quick,
okay?
Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna separate the yolk from the whites because we need 8 egg yolks. I almost said egg whites.
Egg yolks. We
Egg
need-
yolks. And you know what Irish do, right? They drink. So guess
Uh-oh, no. That's how they get so lucky.
what? That's right. They drink.
Oh.
I'm not the most perfect at this, so hey.
So I've got 3 eggs, 4 cups of whipping cream. You could use half and half if you want, but I like my things a little richer, a little creamier.
And then I need a cup of milk.
We'll dump our egg yolks in there too. Ooh, rich goldenness. We've got 1 cup of sugar. You can add more sugar if you like, but I felt like the brioche was already sweet.
Yeah,
So I didn't want it to be sickeningly sweet.
I agree.
But if you'd like, you could add another, quarter cup of sugar if you want. So then I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then I'm gonna add just a touch, so let's say just a quarter of a teaspoon of almond extract. So now we've got our yummy custard. So we're just gonna pour this over the toasted bread when it comes out. I'm gonna get a pretty baking dish.
You're more than welcome to spray if you'd like to get yourself some whatever.
I do have some canola
Coconut
spray.
or canola, but this is yummy.
I like the yummy buttery
Yeah,
taste.
I like the butter too.
It's yummy. Gorgeous. Look at this. A gorgeous golden brown. Look at that.
Perfectly toasted. Look
They're
how
little-
nice they
yeah.
are. They're great.
Beautiful.
So now I've got my custard mixture and I'm just gonna pour it all over. Nice and evenly. Sure everybody gets a little custard
Covered.
blanketed in the gorgeousness, that golden gorgeousness.
Can soak up all that yumminess.
Isn't that great?
I can't wait. So the raisins go in the sauce.
Oh yeah, I forgot the raisins. I'm so glad. What?
Maybe we can leave a little tiny
I'm gonna
corner,
mix some
a
raisins
little
in
corner
there.
for Bella.
Yeah, I'm
She
gonna do,
doesn't have
if you don't like
raisins.
raisins, you know, or pecans maybe, I'm just gonna leave like part of it without any raisins. So this over here won't have raisins. And I also add some yummy pecans. And you don't have to do that either. Some people don't like pecans or nuts, or you might be allergic, right? I really like pecans. They're a soft, sweet nut.
I love them. I eat them in
I
my
think they're so
oatmeal. I eat them on my
delicious.
salad.
Mhm.
I eat them in everything. I think they are so good. Oh, that's perfect. Now that is it right there.
Okay. I can't wait. Let's put it in the oven.
Yeah, like probably like almost an inch, maybe not quite an inch.
Yeah. Okay, now we're ready to put
So
it in.
it's clean and delicious.
Oh dear.
Well, now the oven's gonna be super
Oh
moist.
geez.
I like it.
At 350 for 45 minutes.
350, 45 minutes.
Okay.
1 cup of whipping cream and 1 cup of milk. Okay.
Okay.
And I am gonna bring this up to a frothy boil.
A frothy boil.
Mm-hmm.
A frothy boil.
I've got 6 egg yolks, yummy, beautiful, dark yellow egg yolks, a 1/4 cup of sugar, a pinch of, I've got kosher salt or sea salt. I'm gonna mix that all up together.
You had to be a frothy boil. See that? That's a frothy boil.
We've got the egg, sugar, salt mixture, and we're gonna slowly add the milk, some milk to that.
We are tempering our eggs because if you put this together too quickly, your eggs will cook.
They'll curdle.
It's not what you want. It doesn't look pretty.
No.
So you need to slowly add the hot mixture to the eggs to temper your eggs. That's the word.
We'll heat that up.
We tempered our eggs, and then once we felt like we had enough of it balanced in temperature, then we just added all of it back into what we had left in the pan of the cream mixture. And now we are going to add in
And a tablespoon of bourbon. You see how you've got those little particles?
Yeah, I do.
Which is fine, but if you're, you know, if you have company or you want
You're
to
trying to look like you know
impress,
how to cook.
right?
Wow,
So
that's
you gotta
delicious.
pour it right in here, and we'll work it through there.
All right, I'm gonna pour.
Okay?
That's my
You
job.
okay?
Yeah. You wanna work?
Yeah, go
Or
ahead.
you just wanna do
No,
the whole
you're
thing?
okay. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Okay, with that.
And so now we're just gonna work it through. You see now we have all of this delicious fat. So yummy. And what's left is pure. You see how beautiful that is now? Put that in an ice bath then.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
we're gonna move on to doing the corned beef and cabbage now.
That's right. So
Okay, I'm cutting open the brisket while you're
You do it.
talking about
Okay.
everything else. So it comes with a little seasoning packet. You can or cannot use that, whatever you choose to do. But Judy, she uses it.
I do use it, but Mary Beth, she doesn't like it. And I thought it was interesting because what did you say? It has a pickly. That
Yeah,
pickled.
that-
More of that pickled
Yeah, like that's
flavor. Be careful, it might drip.
The pickle spices, I don't know. For some reason, I'm not a giant fan of pickled things.
I
And now let's take this out and stick it in. We're gonna have Instapot corned beef and cabbage today.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you saw that, but I put
Mm-hmm.
the
The
corn,
fat side up.
yeah, the corned beef has a fat cap, so when you cook it, put the fat cap up, so all that fat as it cooks
Drips
goes
down.
down into your meat, and keeps your meat nice and moist, and tender, moist.
So then I'm gonna add a half a teaspoon of seasonello. I've got 1 teaspoon of fennel. And a teaspoon of coriander. And I'll put 2 bay leaves, 2 beautiful bay leaves. I'm just gonna add 2 cloves of smashed garlic in there. And then I'm gonna do about, what do you think? 8 grinds of fresh pepper. Okay? And then we'll add, what did you think? 4 cups of water?
Well, you may not, because I wouldn't cover it, so
Okay.
I don't want it completely submerged. Now that we have it not quite submerged in water, and we're gonna put it into our Instapot for 40 minutes on high pressure. Then we'll quick release the pressure, and then we'll put in our potatoes, our carrots, and our cabbage, and do another 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. Okay, so we have cooked it on high pressure in the Instapot, and now we are going to add in the carrots and the potatoes and the cabbages, and we're going to cook it for another 30 minutes so that our cabbage doesn't get overcooked.
Potatoes. Oh, yay.
And check it from there. And if the cabbage is super cooked and the meat isn't quite cooked enough, we're gonna put it in for another 30 minutes.
Don't you want to submerge this in the
Right, and then we gotta add in some more water so that
Okay. all the cabbage gets
I almost said
submerged.
cucumbers. So the cucumbers are submerged. I think I'll
Get in
have
there.
another beverage.
It's gonna be good.
Yes.
I'm gonna take it.
We
It's
have too
crunchy
big of
on
hats. Our Irish heads are big.
I know. Oh, look at that. So it's all crunchy on top, pudding-ish on the bottom. And then I'm gonna get a little bit of anglaise. Drizzle this on top. Let's have a bite.
Oh goodness.
That is really good.
That is really
That is really, don't you?
Like it's not too sweet. It's
It
just
is that.
right.
It is.
It is just right.
And it's got that yummy buttery finish. That is good,
With
good,
all the
good.
vanilla goodness inside it. Oh.
So here
Magically delicious.
magically delicious. That's right, just like the Lucky Charms.
That's right.
So here we have corned beef and cabbage.
Look at how
Isn't that gorgeous?
yummy and delicious that
Yummy,
turned out.
yummy.
I
Oh.
cannot wait to try it.
It's
I
so
love
good.
corned beef.
And it feeds a lot of people in a big family, which is so fun. And it really is pretty easy, don't you
It's
think?
super easy.
That's why they call it boiled dinner.
Judy usually does boil hers, but it's a lot faster in the Instapot too.
It's a lot faster. I mean, I usually boil mine for like 3 hours.
And
So
what we do, like an hour and a half?
yeah, pretty good.
Pretty yummy.
This is awesome, and it's just like falling apart. It's so beautiful.
It is. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this little bite right
Me
here.
too. Isn't it
I
so
love that.
delicious? Alrighty, thanks for joining us on this St. Paddy's Day here at Makagigi Kitchen.
Yes, thank you. And may your troubles be less.
And your blessings be more.
And may
nothing
nothing
but happiness come through your door. Take care.
We did it! Yay!